By now, the base jumpers have been climbing up and down the canyon walls for 6 hours in the blistering heat.
One way of making sure you can retrieve your rope after you've rappelled on it is to use what I call a kamikaze knot. Sounds dangerous, but actually it's a really ingenious way of rappelling and then releasing a rope. What you have got to make sure though is once that knot is set, you keep it under tension. As soon as you release that tension, it's going to break free. Once this is tied, you end up with 3 strands of rope, hitch to the top, hitch to the bottom. You find the middle strand and you cut it. That's the kamikaze bit, because from now on, you've got to keep tension on it. The minute you release the tension, that's going to come apart, which is good, because it means you retrieve your rope as long as you're down. That's why they call it the kamikaze.
And that's why I'd only use it as a last resort. But these guys had reached just such a moment, and they were struggling with a parachute, not a rope.
It was a desperate situation, a desperate move. It was the most terrifying spot I'd been in, being on a corner of this cliff and having handholds and knowing that if anything went wrong, not only would I take out the people below me, but we were all done at that point.
I've got to keep my weight on this rope to maintain the tension.
There's always an element of trust when you're rappelling.
And the stakes are that much higher when your life's dependent on a thin rope and a detachable knot.
And once you're down, you can give it a good flick, release the tension, and it should come off. And that way, every last member of the team can be lowered down, you get to retrieve your rope, and you can use it again.